if you're in business for yourself, you will have periods of frustration. There will be times when no matter what you do or how hard you try, things just won't go the way you planned. And if you're an internet marketer, those periods of frustration seem to come around with alarming regularity. You may have outsourced some work, and no matter how detailed the brief you gave, the finished job was not as you imagined. Or you downloaded a new product to help you in your business and it falls well short of delivering what the sales letter promised. Or maybe your computer froze or the internet went down. As well as being frustrating, these can also be turned into positive experiences, either for your business or for you as a person. In each case, it seems you have a choice. You can either get wound up or you can decide to see what you can take from the experience. And of the two, I know which I'd choose to serve both me and my business best. So let's look at those earlier examples one by one and see what benefits we can take from them that could help us in the future. Your outsourced work didn't come back as you expected. Well, I'm assuming you checked out the person you were using for the outsourcing and made sure they could prove they had satisfied customers from previous jobs. Well, if that's the case, somewhere along the way there's been a communication failure. Either you didn't prepare your brief as thoroughly as you thought, or your contractor didn't read it properly. Before you do anything more, you need to make sure you let go of any frustration you're currently feeling. Do whatever you need to do for this. Count to 10 or walk around the block. Meditate for half an hour. But be sure when you begin the exercise, you're feeling it in an open, objective frame of mind. Once you are, print out the brief you provided and read it through carefully. Now check it against the finished job. Where do the two diverge? Is it obvious where the misunderstanding has arisen? Can you see any ambiguity in your own instruction, or does it seem as though the contractor has not read the brief properly? It's vital at this point to remember the objective is not to apportion blame. It's to establish what has gone wrong so that a suitable remedy can be found. You should also bear in mind that a shouting match between you and your contractor is not going to move your business any further along the track to success. So, having established where the problem lies, you can now do what is needed to rectify it. Either modify the way you've presented your brief and go back to your contractor and negotiate the necessary changes and their cost. Or if you're absolutely certain your original brief was clear, you can contact your contractor and explain your concerns and ask them to redo the job to your original specification. Whatever the outcome of your own investigations, you will learn lessons that will help you going forward. Whether it's to ensure you reread your brief, or better yet, give it to someone else to read who knows nothing about the job and ask them to explain to you what you've been asking, or brushing up on your negotiating skills with a view to striking up a long-lasting business relationship with the contractor. The very worst that can happen is that your contractor refuses to redo the work. And if that's the case, you've also learned another valuable lesson, even if it's only not to use that contractor again. Now, for that software that you downloaded that doesn't do what it says in the sales letter, again, you need to make absolutely certain that you are in an objective frame of mind before tackling this. Take the time out you need. Then go back over the sales letter. Are there clear, unambiguous promises it just doesn't deliver on? Or are there just vague hints at what you might, in an ideal world, expect? And you read between the lines exactly what you wanted to read? Or are there any system requirements that your own computer spec doesn't match? Have you tried uninstalling and reinstalling the software? Again, you're not trying to find who is to blame, just where the problem lies, so you have the best shot at fixing it. And once you've done that, you can go through a similar process to the previous example to either get things back on track or chalk it up to experience and draw a line under it, move on. And what if your computer freezes or the internet goes down? I used to get so wound up by these, but now I see them as real opportunities. Sure, I'm temporarily unable to get on with what I'd intended to do, but while my computer recovers itself from whatever nastiness it had got involved with, you know the type of thing, a message will come up on the screen telling you that such and such a thing is happening, and followed by the totally redundant words, "Please wait," like you had a choice. But what I've now got is a learning opportunity. If the problem needs my input, I can learn how to fix it quicker next time it arises. If it just needs me to hang around, then I have some time to catch up on any number of things. Some reading, a little light exercise, a few minutes meditation, a personal brainstorming session, read a few paragraphs of that book that I had on my reading list for ages, or revisit my short, medium and long-term goals and assess my progress towards them. There's lots of stuff we can do in the analog world if we temporarily find we can't play in the digital world. Once we start regarding these not as frustrating interruptions, but as welcome opportunities, not only does it feel as though our day is going better, it actually is going better. There's no doubt lots of things happen each day that we can regard as frustration. But if you intend to succeed as an internet marketer, you'll do it far quicker if you reframe as many of these frustrations as you can as opportunities.